Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's the last time I'm going to say that this year. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Listen, if there was one theme this year in hip hop, and not just hip hop, but the entire world, or especially America, it's the cultural shift. We've been saying it for a while. Things are changing. Things are shifting. The guard is changing. And we're in a new era. Is it good or is it bad? I chose my last video, my last reaction of 2025 to be the great culture shift because I think it's poetry. I think it's poetry. Shout out to everybody. If you found me this year, put it in the comment section. If it wasn't this year, let me know what year you subscribed to me. Put it in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now because 2026 is about to be a movie. Let's get right into it. Shout out to Dupe Lee.
Things
Dupe Lee
are changing.
I actually reacted to his 7 rap fans. He does some good videos too, and I really do like his takes on hip hop sometimes. And by sometimes, I mean the one time I've heard it. Let me not sit here talk hyperbolic like I know this. But there is a cultural shift. I've said it.
If you teleported someone from 10 years ago to today, their first impression would be that not much has changed. Phones got bigger, prices went higher, and GTA 6 still hasn't come out yet.
Facts.
But us who have actually lived through that period, though, we know the truth.
Yep.
We know nothing is the same.
Facts.
A couple years ago, hip-hop was the biggest genre in the world. Now it's dead. Just yesterday, everyone was holding their tongue.
I don't know if I would say dead there, you know what I mean? But I get what he's saying. On the mainstream level, they're trying to push that it's dead. It's nowhere near dead.
And staying PC. Now, nobody cares. Today I want to answer the question on everyone's mind. What the fuck happened?
Dang,
These are
early
the 5
with the-
stages
with the
of a culture
F-bomb.
shift.
Stage 1. Beginning.
I want to see what he got to say.
Welcome to the
about
year
this.
2014. We're here at the tail end of Obama's presidency. V-necks are cool, Instagram filters and Vine videos are at their peak.
You know, it's weird how time works. The older you get, like time means less, right? So like, because you have more time to. Because when you're 10, 5 years is half your life. When you're 30, 5 years is a blip. So when I go look back at 2014, in my head, 2014 wasn't that long ago for some reason. It was, obviously. In my head, I still remember 2014. When you start bringing up the things that were popular in 2014, I start going, and when you start putting up the things and stuff, I go like, did we fall into some sort of wormhole and actually 2014 was like 30 years ago? Because what? That was what popped in 2014?
Got him!
I swear it didn't sound that long ago.
My name is Jeff.
Everyone is doing the Ice Bucket Challenge, and
Wow.
Happy by Pharrell Williams is the biggest song on the planet.
And I swear I'm not going to keep pausing the button because it's a longer video. But go get your popcorn because, I wanted to do a long video for the last video. You know how nostalgia is such a monster and it's such a... like, you got to really check your nostalgia because I'm over here going like, dang, what a simpler time. But then it's like in 2014, I was looking at videos from like the 2007 being like, dang, what a better time. We always do this. It was not a better time in 2014. Now, I will say, specifically to 2025, okay, the nation is about to explode in itself. Okay, that you clearly a lot of years are better than 2025. I'm just saying, like, it wasn't that much. It wasn't all rose tinted glasses.
The general vibe is, well, kind of joyful.
I see what he's saying though.
Yeah. You guys remember that? I mean, if
yeah.
Happy dropped today, it would flop diabolically, become a TikTok meme, and get categorized as coworker music.
Oh no, he's cooking. He's cooking. What's goody? It's your boy Screw. I'm always trying to find ways to make a little money on the side. And one thing I really rock with are those programs that allow you to get paid for playing games. And the one I'm using right now, I'm rocking with, is called Tester Up.
Wow, that is very interesting. Please tell me more.
It's an app that makes everything way easier. You download it, Pick a game, and it tracks your progress for you so you don't have to guess or wait for the payout.
This finna be a breeze.
Out of everything I've tried, they've had the best payouts, and that's why I'm really rocking with them currently. So here's how it works. Now, obviously, mobile games need people to play their games. Instead of just running ads, they pay TesterUp to find people who will actually play.
Oh, say less.
TesterUp connects you to those games so you actually get paid for the time that you put in. When you sign up, there's usually a bonus offer that pops up. Start with that one. It's the easiest way to rack up your first bit of money. If you want to try it, download through my link or scan my QR code so you're using the same system that I am. There's a lot of random programs out there, but this is the one that's paying out the best.
There can be only one.
So give it a shot and let your boy know what you think. I will say, okay, so he's using like what was the biggest songs at the time to kind of be a linchpin of the feelings at the time, because that kind of is a reflection. And you're right, I didn't think about it. A song like Happy worked in 2014. We have become so cynical as a people that, yeah, if Happy dropped today, niggas cooking. But let's not act like people weren't cooking Happy when it first came out. That song was getting played so much, I wanted to jump out a window at a certain point. And people were definitely saying this is definitely a little, you know what I mean? But we weren't as cynical as we are now, nigga. The hate that we had, but we were cynical. Don't get it twisted. We're just more cynical.
All within a 48-hour
It
window.
feels like.
Things wouldn't stay like this for long, though, as behind all the corny enthusiasm in the pop sphere, change was coming.
In the most unexpected form.
What was the form, Dupley? Hip-hop. It's always hip-hop.
Hip-hop had at one point been a massively successful and influential genre. By the time 2014 rolled around, though, it seemed like those days were long gone, and that the once...
Not to Iggy. Shout out to Iggy. To her whole music run. To that whole era. To the stuff that she was saying at that time. To all of it. To the black slit she was using. Yuck! But, you know, I think she's gotten better as a person. She's grown up, you know what I mean?
Giant cultural force was on its last legs. Some may have disagreed, but the charts certainly seem to point in that direction, as 2014 statistically marked the lowest presence the genre had had on there in a long time. Mainstream hip-hop was dead, and the genre needed a spark, a wave.
And here's another thing. This is another thing. I'm glad he said that, where people are saying that hip-hop's not this, that, and the third. This has been happening for a while. And I'm going to keep it, I love Mustard. That Mustard era was a cool little era for, you know. But I'm going to keep it told. When you go back to that era and you listen to, like, Kid Ink song, and you listen to Chris Brown song, and you listen to White, it literally was like niggas were making the exact same song over and over. That Mustard on that beat. How, as soon as you heard that, you knew what the song was going to be. And it did start feeling like vapid. It started feeling like there was, like, ugh. It started feeling like pop in the worst way of pop.
That would pull it back up to the center of everyone's attention. In another corner of society, though, that was already happening.
There is growing outrage tonight after an unarmed African-American teenager was shot and killed by police in the St. Louis suburb of Ferguson, Missouri.
Leading up to 2015, several disconnected examples of inequality had managed to cross over from online virality to nationwide outrage.
They're mad. I'm mad. We should all be mad, man. We should all be angry because of what's going on right now.
We are asking for games to be more inclusive. We're asking for games to acknowledge that we exist and that we love games.
With the rise of social media, there was a group.
Oh, this nigga nice. I go into this saying something, then he shows something, go like, no, he is right. I think 2014 was the year that, you know, like I said, we've always been cynical as Americans. We just always have been. It's just always been a part of our, since like, I don't know, since like the 50s. We've just been a cynical people. But there was a shift. All of that happened, Trayvon happened in 2015. All that happened yeah. I don't think we ever recovered from this as a people. I don't think we ever did. I think there's a mental toll it took on this entire country. Damn.
Growing feeling that everyday people now had the power to make an actual change. Nobody really knew at the time, but this was only the beginning of something much greater. In stage one, the seed is planted, a foundational idea is shared amongst the collective. The vibes are in the air, okay? And now it's up for people to grab them and make them into something.
Look at Young Yachty.
Most movements movements stop here, but every so often they move into
Stage 2. Rise.
Seeing the stale atmosphere hip-hop's veterans had left behind, the new generation decided to try something different.
This is great. I'm not gonna lie.
Hold on, Thug wanna play some new shit.
Like, I consider myself a hip-hop historian. I know every one of these cultural moments. I know all of this at the back of my hand. The way he's putting it together and chronologically, it is making a clear image of me going like, because I'm one of those people who always thinks like nothing was better or worse, right? Like nothing is new under the sun. But then I start looking at time and I go, you could kind of pinpoint, we've never been the same since 2015. I'm gonna keep it tall. I'm gonna keep it worse. We've gotten worse since 2015. On God in heaven. Because now we have black people fighting black people. On top of, back when it was at least Black Lives Matter movement, niggas was locked in. Now we got black MAGA. Now we got go back to your country. Black people. Now we got Mexicans who are Spanish people who are pro MAGA. Now it felt like niggas was on an accord before. Like on one movement, we moved as a unit. Now it's so much infighting and fracturing. You damn near can't even get to Trump because you gotta worry about your neighbor type shit, bro. You gotta worry about people who look like you. Crazy, bro. And I feel like this is by design.
You could hear their music online, mainly on SoundCloud and YouTube. And
SoundCloud
every once in
era.
a while, one
That's
would creep onto the radio.
Was this the SoundCloud era?
These so-called mumble rappers didn't take pride in their lyricism.
And it kind of makes sense. He kind of makes sense of why, I hate the term, mumble rap happened. Look at DJ Big Backademics. But yeah, now you kind of understand. He makes me even more understand. But I've always said, I knew it. I've said like every generation, every 4 generations is a shift. And this is the counterculture of what was the old guard. He was talking about the flow riders, and this was the 4 years after that type shit. Like, look at what was going on in 2010. Look at 2000 or 11, and then look at 16 type shit. Like, wow, or 12, 16.
Or messaging. They just put all their focus
Sosa.
on energy, swag, and melodies. They were seen as a joke, okay? Most people
Base
didn't
Guy was
take them
2010 though.
seriously,
That was a little
so they
earlier.
didn't see it coming. But over time, these artistic choices would form into a distinctive sound and
Facts.
aesthetic in the underground. And soon enough, with nothing happening in the mainstream, these fresh ideas would begin rapidly gaining traction. By the time 2016 rolled around, SoundCloud artists were blowing up overnight.
Oh, he's duply cooking. You know, this is such a great documentary, a great breakdown that it even makes me who lived through all this go, oh my God, you gave me a better understanding. I was even kind of a little, because when you look at mumble, and I said this, as you look at mumble rap is like punk rock or the counter to what was before. And the reason why it feels like hip hop and stuff have been so stagnant is because there hasn't been another cultural shift. There hasn't been another big boom moment where things change. Usually the generations try to rebel against like their parents' music. Now we've gotten to the point where it's been the same sound of hip hop for so long. Niggas' parents and their kids are listening to the same type of music, the same sound. And your parents are like, damn, nigga, these are the same drums they've been using since I was your age. That's the problem. There's not a problem with you sharing commonalities with your parents, especially as hip-hop gets older and matures. But it goes to a point where it goes like, nigga, this is the same sounds. Nigga, this is the same songs that were coming out when I was in 2000, when I was young. Water. Yeah, water. Goddamn, water. Does make you appreciate SoundCloud a little bit. Hey, I love Uzi in that era.
Again. Everyone is talking about it.
I know these old hip hop heads is pissed.
Oh, like Joe Budden. I know you watching this shit like.
Put up on your bitch, she suck my dick, and then you kissed the
Goddamn.
That's the worst freestyle I ever heard in my life.
Memes, debates, and micro trends are at an all-time high.
I just read about this kid who spent 15 hours saying Gucci Gang.
The new wave is coming, and everyone can feel it too.
I hope he encapsulates how drill music killed this. I'm low-key, he need to do, like, You might need to do one on just drill. Drill rap ruined hip hop. Drill rap could, like, I think niggas need to analyze that a bit more. Like drill rap, because this was even still a little, well, like fun. Like niggas was like upset they weren't trying, and it was like, what is this? But it was still like you would laugh, you would enjoy it. You know, every now and then you find something, a nice little bar or something you might like. When drill rap came, it was no longer even like, oh, this is entertaining, this is funny. It was just like, what? Oh yeah. I have to be a sociopath to enjoy this. Like,
it's 2016, the year most Gen Zers talk about, like it was the last time they felt happiness. And I'm Gen Z, and they're absolutely right. That shit was just different, I'm sorry. Like you put your Yeezys on, grab your hoverboard, go out in the street, open the Pokemon Go app. You go online and there's like a new Vine trend.
Damn, Daniel, back at it again with the white man.
Damn Daniel, Mannequin Challenge, Running Man, Juju on that beat. No real worries, just Harambe, killer clowns, and the 73-9 Warriors.
Pinned it, man.
Like compare that shit.
I'm gonna keep it tall, Dupli. You know what I think some of this is? I think this is some of the deaths of the monoculture. I think 2016 was like the last time we had a monoculture. And you know it because, okay, let's even think of it like this. Has there ever been, let's just go to challenges. Has there ever been a challenge as big as the Mannequin Challenge since the Mannequin Challenge? The Ice Bucket Challenge, the Crate Challenge. Some of these were stupid, like why we're doing it. But it was shared experiences we all had as a culture. Now everything's so fractured that there's something that might be huge in somebody else's world and viral trending that the next person next to them has no idea it's happening. And that's what kind of takes away from the happiness or the funness, because it was like we were all a part of a big inside joke before. Now it's like there's a bunch of little inside jokes and we don't know them. That's what it feels like. Because literally, damn, Dupli, you cooking.
To now, all these new generations have is
6'7", 6'7".
Because even social media, even when you look at like the challenges, that shit is cooked now. It's nowhere near what it used to be. 6'7" ain't goddamn the Mannequin Challenge. Are you serious? You remember when Black Beetle dropped? No, that ain't 6'7", nigga. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Like, and even when you go like, well, social media killed the monoculture. Not necessarily. Something happened post 2016 that absolutely killed it. Social media might have started the slow bleed, but we were all sharing Pokemon Go. We were all talking about Pokemon Go. What was the last thing like Pokemon Go that we all did together? Damn. Labubu's? Labubu's ain't Pokemon Go. Like what? The more I think about it, and it's funny because Pokemon Go had people outside doing wild shit, but you still had to go outside. Yeah, damn.
What you know about the dab? Young Buck.
When niggas was dabbing. Remember the dab?
You wish you were Unc.
This is back presidents used to dab. Do you feel me?
Back into the real world, and things are heating up. As Trump gets elected president, more and more people...
It was Trump! Oh my God. Hold on. This video might need to be sent to Congress. Hold on. This might be required watching. I literally said, what happened? Because no, Dupli, you are right. It was a more happy time. Even though there was racial unrest, even though there was things going on, even in that, bro, when you go back and look at how united black people were during Black Lives Matter, I swear to God, in my lifetime, I've never seen us be that connected. Where it was like, bro, you couldn't even, a random black person would jump in the car away of a bullet for another black. That's how much we loved each other back then. It felt like some Million Man March shit. Yeah, you right, bro. Because even through adversity, we stuck together a bit more. Look at all the companies that had to bend because we was putting pressure on them. I remember, I'll never forget, I cried at the end of Miles Morales, the video game. If you know that last scene where they said he's our Spider-Man, whoo, goosebumps. It was Trump. It was MAGA that killed the fun in the U.S.
start feeling a responsibility to stand up and finally say something.
Yeah.
At this point in time, the outrage we saw at the start of the decade started becoming more and more frequent. As useless as that sounds, they actually made a difference. The Me Too movement exposed high-profile predators and sent a lot of them to jail. Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Weinstein, and
Kevin Spacey
all get packed up. It's over with.
Wasn't Kevin Spacey found innocent though? I will say, I feel like does that not mean anything? Am I wrong about that? Because people talk about Kevin Spacey like he was found absolutely guilty and did time. The rest of these niggas did time. I'm trying to figure out, was Spacey, was he found innocent or was he not found innocent? If he was found innocent, y'all niggas, that's not fair. Because how else can he, I guess you can be like, I don't trust this, but like, how else can he win if he could win in the court of law and you still like, nigga, throw him up there anyway. Next to Weinstein? Now don't get it twisted, what he was accused of was a freaky boy. Now, am I wrong? Because maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to assume I'm wrong and he was found guilty the way niggas be talking about him still. I'm assuming that.
Internet finally made people answer for their shitty past.
Colin Kaepernick sitting down, he said, to take a stand against the growing number of unarmed black men killed by police and racial injustice in general.
We just got out of a long-term relationship with a very boring but sensible person. And now we're dating a whore.
Thousands of Americans enraged by the man.
Words can't describe how unfunny Joe Rogan is to me. But anyway, or the whole Rogan sphere, but we're not going to get into that.
And voted into office by millions of other Americans.
Fake hair, she's racist, she's always lying, we don't care! You don't have enough.
It's funny that Joe Rogan, if you ask Joe Rogan if Trump was racist now, he probably said, I never said Trump was racist.
You have to stand up, speak up, act up.
Let's go.
On Hollywood's biggest night, it was activism that took center stage.
So I'm hyperventilating a little bit. If I fall over, pick me up because I've got some things to say.
Our voices joining together in a mighty chorus that is finally set.
And then the snake definitely ate its tail. All of this was beautiful, and this is needed, and this is great. Dupli, you might have to do one of these at the end of every year, because this is true. But yeah, the snake ate its tail, and I think a lot of people co-opted, and I hated the way that people co-opted the term woke, changed it, and made it something negative. I will never forgive you devils for doing that shit. And some of y'all it was the forward-facing thing. Some of y'all in real life wouldn't goddamn spit on a black person if they was on fire. Then you get on stage talk about, we need to, shut your ass up.
Time's up.
We put up monuments for the feminists. Tell the NRA they in God's way.
As we moved closer to the end of the decade, those who never had a voice,
but at this time, this is real like change, real activism, taking down them racist ass statues, making some of these creeps atone for what they did. This is real. And then, like I said, somewhere along the line, the snake ate its tail. I'm trying to figure out if he finds that exact moment.
He started banding together and seeing the positive effects their actions could now have, thought to themselves, maybe we can actually do this.
Stage 2 occurs when all those people who shared a common idea in stage 1 start linking up, connecting, and building.
And when I say we're all united as black people, I'm only speaking it from the black experience. That's my experience, so that's what I'm speaking from. But it was, as a country, we were all united. Let me not, because during that time, there was a lot of activism from everybody, from white people, from Spanish people, from straight, gay, whatever. So I can't just make it I'm just saying, on my experience, we were all more united as black people, but we were all more united as just people, I do feel.
Towards a common goal. The new wave is in full effect.
It feels like we were all fighting against something. It feels like we were all the rebels fighting against the Empire, and then somewhere, some of you niggas turned into Darth Vader. For sure.
In a semi-rapid into
stage 3. Peak.
Yep. Snake ate his tail. Hey. Legendary walkout.
of the movement's popularity as the average Joe comes to discover what all the fuss is about. The thing, whatever it is, then becomes increasingly commercial and accessible for mass consumption. At this point, your alcoholic uncle will bring up things at a family gathering.
The problem they have is that I don't give a fuck. They don't cancel me, I cancel them.
Your parents ask you about Thing. SNL makes an awkward skit on Thing, which will make you slightly uncomfortable and chuckle one time.
My man said, yeet, yeet.
Hey, who the fuck watches this shit? And even...
Why you got the same hair as him, though, Dupley? I like those Timothy Chalamet got them pumps on. Woo!
Though this seemed like the natural trajectory of both movements, nothing could possibly prepare people for what was about to come.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. We are going to begin right now with breaking news because the World Health Organization has declared the coronavirus outbreak a pandemic.
COVID just hit. Everyone's inside and scared.
This is Netflix level. You add another 30 minutes to this, nigga, you got you a Netflix special. Add you another, maybe even 25. This is Netflix level. This is a great video. Like documentary. This is, boy, you did your one with this one. Because he's right. Like, how am I watching basically a documentary of shit that I lived through, and I'm watching, understanding it like I didn't live through it? Like, I'm literally like understanding, like.
But I'm not gonna lie,
right.
I was happy as fuck. You're telling me I don't have to go to school and I can spend the entire day doom scrolling? Bro, sign me up.
I was happy
It has to come from the same virus to be in the same family. Viruses come in families. Stop touching niggas with your hands.
This was the era of face masks, Zoom meetings, Among Us sessions, and TikTok videos.
I'm in the house bored in a house and I'm in the house bored.
And to make matters worse, nearly a decade of protests culminated in the explosion that was the murder of George Floyd.
Hands up, don't shoot!
Riots and protests engulfed the entire country for several months, while the issue of social justice became unavoidable and omnipresent.
The Black Lives Matter movement. The Black Lives Matter movement was in England, France. What the fuck happened to us, man? I'm dead ass getting sad, bro. I'm getting like sad, nervous for some reason. Like, oh my God, bro, what happened to us? They did this on purpose. I think Trump, I said it, Trump saw and MAGA saw what happened his first term. All of this is happening during his first term. He said, you know what we got to do? It's not about us versus them. We got to make them versus them. So Elon and Twitter and all of these things is into so dysfunction and separation. And God damn it if it's not working, bro. God!
Movement has unleashed a wave of
Asia.
protests against racism worldwide.
If you've exhausted every option of peaceful protest for decades and the prosecution of police still hasn't changed, what would you do?
Protest. That is what Andrew Schultz was saying back then. Andrew Schultz voted for Trump now. He literally promoted, and oh my God, what happened? Bro, it's crazy because I knew this happened, but Dupley showing these guys and showing this, wow.
This is pretty fucking amazing. They seem to be dedicated to change in a way that I can't remember anything like this in my life.
This is Joe Rogan being pro Black Lives Matter. Now he's Mr. Whoa, that's woke, huh? Woke army. Whoa, oh, we're the last bastion of freedom of speech. Comedians are really like deities if you think about it. Nigga, you're not even funny, nigga.
The state of pop culture at this point showed us that racial awareness was mandatory, LGBTQ appreciation was necessary, and that social justice was cool.
I take responsibility.
I take responsibility.
I take responsibility.
I take responsibility for every unchecked moment.
Next, in what is possibly my second favorite story this month, Netflix and Amazon Prime came together to fight homophobia.
Quote, an unnecessary gay character.
Sorry you've yet to realize that every gay person is very necessary.
700,000 likes.
We love gay people too!
And folks, tune into the radio to hear the #1 song in the country, Montero.
Lil Nas is gay. Oh, let me stop. Bro, what? I gotta edit that out. Okay, Dad, you look like you homophobic.
No, I'm not homophobic.
Girl Boss main leads dominated TV.
I belong to. And the snake started eating his tail. You know why I'm seeing the snake is starting to ate its tail? Because the snake didn't know what it was really trying to eat the first place. I feel like because these companies and stuff that tried to co-opt these social justice movements had no idea or no care about them, so they handled it so ham-fisted. And then we start getting the snake eating its tail, ladies and gentlemen.
No one.
I identify as non-binary.
There's a really long history of black people not being treated fairly in this country. It has to stop.
Quinn has... Don't you act Dupley, that's your first strike. That's your first strike, nigga. Don't get too fresh. You over here putting Arthur up there? Arthur is a national treasure. And to not even to be funny, Arthur has been doing shows like this since I was a child. So it's like, they've been covering stuff like this. So we're not going to throw Arthur in there. Don't make me Arthur fist you. What is wrong with you? No freaky.
Gender dysphoria. Her assigned gender is not the one she identifies.
I will no longer allow an unchecked woman. I will no longer allow racist, hurtful words, jokes, stereotypes, no matter how big or small, to be uttered in my presence.
Moral.
Something makes me feel like he about to take some liberties with this woke word that I'm not gonna like. Something is going to tell me he called it the woke era. Red flag. But I get what he's saying, and we all lived through it. But I hope it's not just more pushing of like a misunderstanding of what woke was supposed to be and what it really means.
Purity.
I would love him to actually explain that.
Okay, how much do you?
But maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he's so young that his knowing of the word woke is the Rogan Sphere's bastardization of it.
Care. How good of a person are you? Those
this is gonna be an hour video
of the COVID era. At the same time that social
He's
justice
right,
issues were reaching,
it became purity tests started becoming a thing, and that was not good.
Their zenith, hip-hop was also peaking. Coasting off the momentum of the SoundCloud wave, the entire genre had embraced the homogenous trap aesthetic, but not without reason.
I'm sorry for pausing him, but he's making great points. Okay, so what year are we in? What did he say? What is this, 2020? And what did he say? The trap aesthetic. My nigga, do you know how long trap music has been the sound or a derivative of trap music? It's the same shit. Brother, trap or die. Trap music. Do you know what year T.I.'s trap music dropped? The fact that we were in 2020 and niggas were still on trap, it was like, brother, we gotta switch up the 808s or something. That's why hip hop's been feeling so stagnant.
I mean, it worked, and it didn't stop working. It was the sound of pop charts and pop culture.
It just
Every
became
commercial had a trap beat in the background. Labels started
Exactly.
mass-producing industry plans to capitalize on the gold mine
Exactly.
that mainstream rap had become.
Oh, he's
Nav
cooking.
was selling 130K first week. What are we talking about? At this point, hip-hop was the biggest genre of music in the world, becoming bigger than it had ever been. Even larger-than-life pop stars were desperate to jump on the wave.
When you see the max, they stacked up like my ass, yeah. Go from the south to the booth, make it all back.
Ariana Grande had a whole era where she just spray painted her skin brown.
I'm like, bitch, that's my cookie. That's my juice, okay? Carry on.
Talked strictly in awe.
This is the Mac I'm here to talk about today, girl. Come on.
And made watered down trap music.
Ariana Grande had a black set. Hold on. Y'all let Ariana Grande get away with a black scent? Nah. We ain't gonna do Iggy the way we did Iggy. I didn't even know she had a black scent era. I did notice is like, goddamn, she looked a lot more ethnic than she did on Disney. Like, and you ain't gonna just tell me, yeah, nah, the melanin kicked in at about a certain age. It just Nigga, no.
Deposits, my gloss.
Either y'all were giving her milk baths in Disney, or y'all are fake spraying her hair. One or the other, nigga.
Kill me, get your ass in here. Come on, girl.
This is actually real. Like, her fans call it the Blackiana era. In just a
What?
couple years' time, both
Dupley, you're kidding me. That's not real. That's not real. I'm not even gonna believe that's a real thing.
both of these
I don't
movements
believe
have
that.
managed to
I don't
conquer
believe
the
that. I
world.
don't believe that.
And now, having been rewarded with great success, the founders are no longer focused on innovating.
Fact.
Instead, their primary goal is to maintain their status,
Damn.
polishing the ideas that
Dupley,
worked so well for them
sharp.
in the past.
You sharp, dude. You sharp, dude. You sharp. You are sharp. You smart,
Meet
bro.
Drake.
I like the way
It's the end of 2021, and he's the biggest rapper in the world. Larger than life and in complete control of hip hop. It hadn't always been this way, though. Once upon a time, he was just an awkward, geeky kid who stuck out like a sore thumb amongst his rapper peers.
I miss
just want
that
to
Drake.
make music that people enjoy.
I miss this Drake.
You know,
While
really
on
do.
radio, young Drake might
I'll
have been a
take Corny-
rising star in hip
I'll take the, because I feel like that's him being him. I feel like after Headlines, this nigga started playing a different character. But I watched Degrassi. I know.
maker. Amongst the hip hop community, he was a laughing stock.
I don't like anything about Drake. Mom, I don't like his voice. I don't like what he talks about. I don't.
Rest in peace to the
I don't
dog.
like his face. I don't like the way he walks. Like nothing. I don't like his haircut.
An emotional pussy who talked about women and feelings too much.
He's so emotional, man. When did rap become that? He'll just make a song that's just like
Chris D'Elia. I know you ain't talking, nigga.
oh, I'm crying.
From that point on, Drake did everything in his power to dominate the rap game, secretly hoping he could change the mind of all those bullies who didn't let him in at the start of the decade. It took a lot of work.
Absolutely accurate.
A lot of dedication, and a lot of great music. Fast forward to 2021, and Drake had gotten exactly what he was asking for. His vulnerable and emotional approach had completely changed the foundation of the rap game, and was finally accepted as normal. Drake was now not only the undisputed king of the biggest music genre in the world, but also well respected in almost every corner of its culture, even managing to convince some of his street credibility. Aubrey didn't want to change things anymore. Aubrey wanted things to stay the same.
Bruh, if you go back and watch my Drake videos during the battle or since, this is exactly what I've been saying. Drake, the reason why we got the Drake that we have now, we created a monster, right? Like the Drake that we have now is somebody who has a chip on his shoulder, and I really feel, it's the same thing with academics. I feel like they're doing what they're doing to get at people, to prove people wrong, and to basically get the revenge. They're not doing it for love, they're doing it for revenge. That's what it feels like. And that's where the great fall of Drake happens. He is absolutely accurate with everything he said, minus the Arthur thing. We gonna let him slide. We gonna let you slide with that Arthur slander, but you absolutely correct. And you're setting it up perfectly for when Doc comes and bow, why Drake crumbled the way he crumbled. And I'm telling you, the reason why Drake cannot handle the loss that he took to Kendrick is because he felt like, I think it reminds him of when he's basically kind of been reverted in the eyes of hip hop back to that same person that was being laughed at. It's like literally like a kid who was bullied and then got a bunch of money, and then uses that money to like bully people that remind him of the people who bully him, then loses that money, and now is back in that position. Now he's extra mad. Because I don't think he's just mad that Kendrick beat him. Because he wasn't mad at Pusha T the same way. He exposed a kid. I think he's mad that he has hip-hop back looking at him like a goofy. I think that's what it is. And I think that that's where Drake's career is going to stay now. Because it took him a whole career to wash off the goofy smell. Now Kendrick just came with a trash can of goofy juice and just dumped it on this nigga. It's like, oh yeah, you're cooked. You're a goofy nigga now. It's like, damn, that's why he's hurt. And if you think about it, damn, that's what, Drake making fun of Kendrick for being like, oh, now they're on stage twerking with a dictionary. Oh, this is why you rapping like you're trying to get the slaves free. Is literally Drake trying to cosplay the people that bullied him. Because when he was coming up, it was, why are you rapping about your emotions? Why are you singing? And he was rapping good. Why are you all rappity? Go back and listen to October's Very Own. I don't think they're really ready for my royal drobe. I show up right before the store closed and blow the FIFA in my last 4 shows. Like, he was rapping. People were like, if y'all get this backpacker, he was literally saying, like, I can't be, if I wanted to, I rap like a backpacker, but I can't. Like, literally. I would have your fans if I rap like you. That's what it is. So Drake now is doing things where he goes, because Drake was counterculture to the bravado or the whatever, ignorance or whatever of hip hop, right? It's what he would consider. He said it. And now Kendrick is that, and now he's being the people that would make fun of him. Oh my God. Wow, Dupletus. Wow.
Nothing lasts forever. People always seem to forget that. Where there once was
Even
a
Drake,
purpose,
who has a song about it
anymore.
He has plenty
People
of songs.
get cocky, arrogant, and start abusing their power.
Yep.
Just because they can.
Honestly, if you guys want to look in my eyes, you guys want to do something? That's what I thought. No. That's what I thought.
In a figurative sense, this is the point where the victim becomes the bully, perpetuating the cycle of abuse that was responsible for the start of the movement in the first place.
Hey, Dupley, I ain't gonna lie to you, my nigga. y'all saw that in real time. Y'all saw that in real time, my nigga. Like, facts.
I have to come to the conclusion that inherently, IShowSpeed is just a piece of shit. I don't see any way someone like this can turn around and redeem themselves and be able to make up for all the disgusting shit that they've done. And
what the hell did IShowSpeed do? And I'm gonna tell you right now, IShowSpeed, one of the greatest streamers. He doing this Africa thing. I don't care. I'm on IShowSpeed. So that's my nigga. What was you talking about? Nigga going over here doing exactly all that stuff, doing a lot of the rewriting some of that negative PR about Africa, about black people around the world, about da-da-da-da-da. Nigga, chill, my beanie friend, chill. I don't know what he did back then, but like saying you don't know if you could ever redeem it. What did he do?
Said and influenced for people.
As a guy with a platform, I can't imagine posting anything like that.
Bankrupt them, put them out of business, deplatform them, like actually take them out financially.
They feel untouchable and unbeatable, convinced that their run will last forever.
I want nothing to do with you, and I won't think twice about it, because you're not worth keeping around.
This exact moment marks the beginning of the end.
And now, we take a short break from our program to learn the art of performative progressivism. Brought to you by Mint Mobile.
Welcome to today's video clip. How to be a performative good guy. You want status, you want reputation, and you want status. Okay, so for this strat, you're gonna need 3 things, okay? Twitter account, one of these.
I get what he's doing, and it's a nuanced idea, and he's making jokes, and he's definitely accurate. Cancel culture, the culture around cancel, I hate these terms. Making a culture around canceling stuff. I really think a lot of these terms are created by like Rogan Sphere-esque people, but like, okay, I get it. There are some companies, some things that deserved protest, right? Just throw away the word cancel, protest. That's been something that we've always done as a people, right? Protest. You protest against people. I will say it started when we did get to a point where everybody had to go through a purity test, and the people giving the purity test weren't pure, and the people taking them weren't pure, because nobody is. And then you would want to end, and then it was, there's certain reasons people got canceled or companies got protested against that I absolutely positively agree with. I think what happened is we guys started getting to the point where it like I said, the snake started eating its tail. And I even had to check myself. That's why I started going, you know what, let me not just, because I used to be one of those people who was like, oh, I saw a tweet, let me do it. It's like, things are too complicated, more nuanced than just the way that we be. It's very immature how certain people act about like canceling. We do it very immaturely. And a lot of people who've been deserved to be canceled, we Eurostep them to talk about people, and it's usually people don't like. It's never, you notice that? You notice that?
These glasses, and these are very important, okay? Specifically this shape. It has to be this shape. It has to be this shape. These glasses say you're harmless, you care about women, and you
not the docile glasses.
Care about social activism. The very important step for this. Okay? These glasses tell people you're an intellectual. All that's left now is the third step, which is getting an internet connection. Now you're gonna wanna get yourself a Mint Mobile plan because they sponsor this video. Now remember, we're only gonna do this while it's cool and trendy. So even though you save money on the longer plans, all we really need is the 3-month one.
And to anybody who wants to get mad at what he's saying and how he's joking about it, like, I could feel it, but he's right, because how many of these niggas was talking about Black Lives Matter now? How many of y'all niggas, y'all realize that Black Lives Matter wasn't just a company, right? You realize, like, even the organization, a lot of black people didn't even agree with the way that they were doing the money and stuff. Black Lives Matter is a statement. Black Lives Matter is a movement. It shouldn't be a movement, it's just regular. But how many of y'all, and he actually showed the evidence, because it's funny that he showed clips of literally Andrew Schultz and Joe Rogan, who are now the antithesis of that. So he's right. He's absolutely right.
The star here, okay?
Not with everybody. The fact that I even have to say that is because of shit like that. But with people, there are.
This is all about you. Mint Mobile runs on the largest 5G network in the country. So no matter where you go, marginalized voices can sleep well knowing that you will be there to protect them. Don't worry, okay? Mint Mobile makes switching
great ad. I usually skip ads, but the way he incorporated the ad,
it's super easy.
He cooked
You can
this.
do it all in a couple of minutes. Keep your contacts, your phone number, everything. Click the link below and get yourself one of their premium wireless.
Nah, he deserved for me to watch that ad,
$15
to play that ad. That was
and
dope.
for a limited time, all unlimited data options are 50% off. Get it while you can.
I don't incorporate my ads that good. They just pop up.
Stage 4. Decline.
Boy, you
This
cooking.
is where we are, canceling
Boy,
food.
you cooking.
Last week they canceled Uncle Ben's rice. No beans, no rice. Trump doesn't even need to build a wall.
We're now beginning week 2 of the left's all-out attack on Joe Rogan.
The liberal mob's lashing out at Euphoria star Sydney Sweeney, calling her racist after she posted photos from her mom's 60th birthday party.
As we started getting deeper into the 20s, the dominance of wokeness in the mainstream and the aggressive tactics it used in eliminating its detractors sparked massive outrage on the other side of the political aisle. There was a growing rage from those who felt left out and ironically oppressed in popular culture. Zuckerberg became a red pill frat bro at 40 years old. Elon Musk buying X and making it a safe haven for the ostracized and the cancer.
And I'm telling you right now, X is one of the greatest tools of division right now. I've seen X turn niggas that were real niggas. I've watched X turn, I'm talking about super pro. I've literally watched X turn them into xenophobes. Like literally black xenophobes. Like xenophobes. I've seen X turn Spanish people into xenophobes. It's specifically something about X's xenophobia that is just like, because how okay it is to harass and make fun of Indian people on X, it doesn't make sense. On top of immigrants of all kinds. I knew that MAGA was winning and xenophobia was at an all-time high in this country when Elon made the update where you could see where a person was from, and the accounts that got, that were pretending to be in America or doing things just to cause division in American politics deserved to be outed, roasted. That was important. It literally devolved into, if you see somebody from a different country, make fun of them. If somebody is from a different country, their opinion doesn't matter. Literally. But this is showing me that there will be a bounce back, because there always is. and I'm going to tell y'all right now, I said this, and I'm saying this in real time. When the tweets, when the videos, and when some of the things y'all said get revisited in a few years, I don't want to hear the excuse of, it was a different time. We was just, because in real time, I'm telling y'all, I see what's going on. Just going to put that out there, but.
Like wokeness basically wants to make comedy illegal, which is not cool.
Podcasts become the home of anti-wokeness,
Ugh.
with most comedians pulling in millions of views while professing their hate for the social justice movement. Along with them, their audience started rapidly moving in the opposite direction.
I hate
they
watching
too
this
would be
stuff.
canceled and deplatformed, but the sentiment still didn't go away.
I hate
Woke
watching
culture now had an enemy, which was climbing rapidly up the ranks.
Things slowly start to get ugly as Stage 4 unravels.
I really think this is Drake's lowest point yet in terms of level of effort. He really put almost nothing into this record.
People get fat, washed up, and lazy, completely losing their ability to.
I appreciate you for getting out of that red pill moment quickly. I wasn't trying to watch a bunch of clips of Andrew Tate and Aiden Ross and was it Sneeko? I wasn't trying to watch a bunch of those. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Stick together, innovate, or adapt to any new obstacles. At this point, the movement becomes so normalized in the mainstream that it loses its ability to challenge. The once fresh and lively cultural movement is reduced to a cheap trend, an emblem to be worn rather than a piece of resistance that demands reflection and action. The social justice movement went from rallying people towards a common goal to pointless exercises of power over celebrities and athletes who didn't pass the moral purity test. The moral standards would only go higher and higher as time went by, until even the people inside the movement couldn't live up to them anymore. At that point, the focus turned inward, and the progressive sphere started devouring it.
Oh, that's why you chose those people, because all of them was, like I said, yeah, y'all built the snake and the snake ate its own tail. Yeah. And it's only after these niggas get canceled when they start having nuance. All right, maybe we should start. That's when they start. Maybe we are too. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's not great for everybody to be judged on their worst moments. Maybe that's not the.
So from the inside out.
So all y'all got canceled too, huh?
Word to my mother, I really got the Joe Biden pinatas on deck.
People moved past COVID like it never happened and went right back outside. Why?
I think maybe we all needed a time to sit down and think about what happened. Maybe we needed a good 3 years of all the content, whether it's music, movies, books, everything, TV shows, to be covering the mental take of what happened. You know what happened? It's like we all went through the Thanos snap, right? And it's like we all came back when they beat Thanos, and then we just didn't even talk about it. We just went right back into. It's like, nigga, you were disappeared for 3 years. Can we talk about this? Or was it 3 years? However long. It's like, yeah, it's like we all got Thanos snapped, and we're all trying to pretend it didn't happen. But nah, our mental is different since COVID, bro.
2K aesthetic dominates everything. Baggy pants are back in style. It's a new day where virality is more important than ever. Streamers have become the new celebrities. Yego's DEFCON 3.
You can't say out loud that this person ever did anything good, and I'm done with that.
Barbenheimer. Hip-hop is rapidly falling off both in quality and popularity. Nobody knows what to do. How do you stop Stage 4 from happening? Well, the answer is simple. You don't. There's really only one thing you can do at this point. Speed up the inevitable.
The revolution. Interlude. 2 hours.
For most rap fans, Kendrick Lamar was always everything Drake couldn't be.
Facts.
He was hailed as hip-hop's golden child right at the start of his mainstream run.
Facts.
Quickly becoming the critic and fan favorite.
This is good hip-hop. This is positive hip-hop. This is the kind of hip-hop that we need, that's commenting on social issues.
It was the one section of the audience Drake could never win over, despite trying his hardest. See, unlike Aubrey, Kendrick's main strength was...
Kendrick's respect in hip hop is something Drake will never have, and that's why he acts like he treats Kendrick the way he treats Kendrick. Because in this whole battle, one thing I was always confused about was the strategy of like, I'm gonna little bro him, let's treat him like nobody knows him. You know, that's a working strategy in battle rap. That works but like when you were sitting in the war room and your team was trying to think of how you're gonna handle this, if a nigga was gonna tell me, yo, we about to battle Kendrick Lamar, and then another nigga goes, what angle we gonna take? And then someone goes, no, Naga, what angle should I take? And the nigga go, or what dirt you got? Go, man, listen, don't nobody listen to Kendrick. I would throw him out the room. So, but it was I think Drake was trying to speak that into existence. That's what I think it was. When he was like, bro, you are two of the biggest artists in this genre. Number one can't go to number two, even if you believe Kendrick's number two, but numbers wise, number one can't go to number two, or number two can't go to number one and go, don't nobody listen to you. Throw that whole angle out. That was a stupid angle, nigga. And now when you look at his numbers, when Kendrick tries to play the numbers game that Drake's been playing his whole career, Kendrick could outnumbers Drake. I believe if Kendrick was playing the numbers game his whole career like Drake was and was doing sacrifice things for numbers, I believe he'd have more numbers than Drake too.
Wasn't getting on the radio. It was creating meticulous
But he didn't sacrifice his integrity for that.
Timeless bodies of work, which set him apart from the rest of the rap game. He was the one people counted on to lead hip-hop into a brighter tomorrow. Even as the SoundCloud wave hit and melodic trap took over, he adapted, wrestling with Drake for the throne of hip-hop well into the 2010s. But then, he disappeared, and that allowed Drake to take the reins.
Like the goddamn Avatar! Right when we needed him the most, he came back.
And lead the way as hip-hop's number one. Fast forward to 2023 and Drake is scoring his 14th number one album while the genre is in a free fall, deteriorating into a dark pit of pathetic gimmicks and desperate trend chasers.
Not DDG. What did DDG do?
But the mainstream was still eating it up. Truthfully, this corrosive climate suited Drake. As the biggest rapper in the world and a notorious trend chaser himself, he stood only to gain from the lack of quality and depth the average listener had become accustomed to. Things couldn't go on this way. Something had to be done, and the Golden Child knew exactly what that was.
Like that, nigga.
The king is back! Oh shit!
He's rapping! Ah!
Big three. Nigga,
it's just big. Who that in the corner? Who that in the corner though? No, ISO. Hold on. Yeah! Who that over there? With the dreads and the big nose. Yeah! SFJ, baby. What I also love is that this whole battle is a part of history. The reactors are a part of history, and I am a part of history because of this battle. And I love it. I am forever attached to this battle, not just as being one of the reactors a lot of people referenced and one of the bigger reactors doing this, but then Drake put my name in the paperwork. So, shout out to Drake for that. Yeah, I loved it. When they do the Netflix documentary of this time, I better be in that too. We ain't gonna erase. Yeah, big boy. Yeah, what's your fizza?
Big meat.
Big me.
It's a lot of goofies with a check.
Facts. The best. Kendrick's the best rapper. Kendrick is I've always said Kendrick's my favorite.
Bully, I hate.
Oh God, I did. Go watch my reaction to Kendrick and Baby Keem. All they shits. Smoking on your top 5. Go back and watch that. Some of y'all niggas thought I just became a Kendrick fan because y'all just sprouted into hip-hop when this battle happened.
Bullies, you must be a terrible person. Everyone inside your team is whispering that you deserve it.
Thank you for using my clip, by the way, Dupley. I appreciate that, gang.
Literally uploading Drake's diss right now. How do you have a response up before this even uploaded?
Shout out Jay Black!
Kendrick, relax!
One thing I will say, too, is this battle made us, reactors, the streamers, it showed how important we always have been. It didn't make us more important. It showed the power we had. And reactions have we're the new DJs. Let's keep it gangster. DJs ain't breaking records no more, nigga. enough of us get to react to something, the record's broke. You think Zeus and B-Lou get on something, I get on something, Shaq get on something, that shit ain't gonna bust? You tripping.
Hey, he
You
going
tripping.
crazy.
You big tripping.
Kendrick, chill.
And we gotta raise our daughters knowing there's predators like him lurking. Fuck a rap.
Wait, I can't take this. This is too much.
Why believe you? You never gave us nothing to believe in, cause you lied about religious views. You lied about your surgery.
A rebellion,
lied.
an uprising led to one of the biggest cultural events of the 2020s.
I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to Cell Block 1.
A rap battle in which Kendrick Lamar destroyed Drake, slaying the flag bearer of late-stage commercial trap, and finally saying what the culture was feeling out
I'm
loud.
what the culture
Enough
feeling.
with the hollow, lazy, and unoriginal. We need music that's creative, deep,
Facts.
and inspired.
That's what I said. I feel like 2024, ever since the battle, I think hip-hop got back to what hip-hop was. What died is the people who were using this as a lick. The commercial, we're just doing this, and if it's not commercial, we're not going to listen to it anymore. I think since the battle, we've been getting some of the best projects, period.
Everybody had their fun, but now the party
So
is
be it, so
over,
be it, Goofy.
and it's time for something real.
Let's go. Watch the party die. We're okay. The party had to die. It's okay.
If you say you're voting for Trump, suddenly you're a Nazi, you're Hitler, you're garbage. Enough.
They just want no Trump, no matter what, and they're willing to gaslight themselves.
Hey, so remember all those anti-woke guys from earlier in the video?
Yep, they just became MAGA grifters.
They didn't go away. As a matter of fact, they only multiplied and grew stronger as the public sentiment shifted further and further away from social progressivism. It wasn't just a fleeting feeling. It was a burning hatred towards the status quo that required drastic change. A fire had been started, and no one was putting it out.
It is now official. CNN projects that Donald Trump has been elected president.
Yeah, and this is... You would think, you would want this story to end with a happy story. As sad as this does, this doesn't end happy. This whole video, this whole reaction, this is not going to end happy. And because where we're at right now is not a happy place. And I low-key feel like everybody should watch this video. Because maybe it'll motivate people to go, like, to really start to thinking, what was going on when we were so united at one point? As black people, as Americans, as people against tyranny, as people against racism, xenophobia, homophobia, all the people. What happened when we were like, we went from protecting each other, fighting for each other? Bro, I cried every time when I watched the George Floyd, when I like, damn, what happened, man? What happened? Damn, now I'm sad, bro. Damn.
Defeating Vice President Kamala Harris and making a political comeback unlike any. 47.
Bro, Kamala should have won. It ain't even about whether you believe in her politics. It's not even about me saying that I was super pro her or I liked all her policy or all her stances, but I'm going to keep it gangster, bro. We really slipped into the worst timeline. We slipped into the worst timeline. It ain't even about... Sometimes you just got to mitigate the meteor that's going to hit the planet. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you got to, like, okay, there's a car coming and there's a punch coming. Sometimes you only got one option. Sometimes you got to move into the way, eat the punch so you don't get hit by the car. Nigga, we literally got hit by a Mack truck. Like, nigga, I'd rather kick me in my chest one time. We said, I don't want to get kicked in the chest. Bring the Mack truck. It's still 3 more years, bro. What the...
President of the United States.
The former president's comeback.
This is one of the greatest YouTube videos I've seen all year.
I'm going to admit I am a little surprised that they won so much.
It was finally official. We were now in Stage 5.
Death. Doesn't end happy. Doesn't end happy.
And that's it. Here we are. It was just announced that for the first time in 35 years, hip-hop spent an entire week without a single song in the top 40 of the charts. The
fact that it was just a week and nobody talks about it. I also find it funny that it's like, you know, that was just a week. Like, it went back.
trap releases of the year have all flopped diabolically.
Yes. All the trap
even the
releases,
average Joes are bored at this point.
Rap is cool and all, but it's getting outplayed, bro. They talk about hoes, money.
It's the same topics like every single
17 bodies last night.
This rap fatigue conversation is a deeper one. I like Lil Bill's. He's a YouTube creator. If you haven't checked him out, I think his Lil Bill's Barbershop. Go check him out. I like his takes on this, but even there's two sides to this. There's three sides to this. There's a left, right, middle of it. There's a black, white, gray, and he has a good example. He has a good way of talking about the black side. Not I mean literally black. I mean in the metaphor I'm talking about. In the black side, right? There's a let's call it left. Well, I guess no matter what. Okay, he talks about the black side. This is talking about okay. Black and white's gonna make y'all think I'm talking about race. Okay, but if I say left and right. All right, let's call it red, blue, purple. All right, there's a red side. I'm just saying two extremes and one middle. There's a red side. I think Lil Bill does a great side of talking about that red side where a lot of this feels like anti-blackness to a point, right? Not all the way. But there's also a blue side where, no, some of this is absolutely accurate. Some of this isn't saying that it's being anti-black. No, this is a problem in hip-hop. People are tired. Like, we jumped the shark. Drill rap, we jumped the shark. A mumble rap, we jumped the shark. We jumped the shark a couple times. So it's like, yeah, there are people who are doing this and are just being anti-black and kind of just being that. But there are a lot of this shit is also true. That's why I said they're talking about the blue side and there's a purple where both sides are correct. There is a nuance that we're missing, and that's the conversation we need to be happening. Because at one side, there is, like I said, there's an anti-black side of this that it feels like, right? Because there's also a thing where people be saying black fatigue and then rap fatigue. It just felt weird. But there is a problem. There is a problem. And at a certain point, we can't look at a bunch of consumers of a product saying there's a problem and being like, oh, they're all wrong. They're all wrong. Because, like I said, I agree with Lil Bill. And Lil Bill even said, no, there's a lot of stuff that is true. So I don't want to act like he's just saying, this is a lie. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think he has some of the best takes of it. Like, I guess I don't see a lot of people making videos about it. But yeah, man, there is a problem. There is a problem. There was a problem. There is.
I'm all in the head. Ain't nobody catching me.
Okay, I hope you get caught soon, my brother.
We know that your body's T. We know that you have good poom poom. We know that you
Stop. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Nobody yet has said anything that I disagree with. So I can't just say that it's anti-black. Now watch, the white person gonna say, I don't want to be, okay. And I'm not going to just say, he says so anti-black, is he white? Like, my brother.
We know that your body's T. We know that you have good poom poom. We know that you
Stop playing rap for the most part. And honestly, I've come to realize it's probably the worst genre there is. Like
Stage 5 is where the movement becomes cold.
It does feel a little weird that he didn't get too specific. It did feel weird that all the black people had very specific reasons. All right, drill rap, the murder, kill shit. I'm tired of this. All right, Megan Thee Stallion, we get it. Your poom poom is good. Whatever the other, and then this nigga just vaguely, you know what? I just stopped listening to rap. That's where y'all mess yourselves up. That's why y'all shoot yourselves in the foot. Give me a specific, nigga, so it don't just feel like you just say.
Truly irrelevant and a complete non-factor in the mainstream. Those from the movement may still try to recapture an old flame, a moment that got lost in time, but the people have already moved on. The old moves don't work anymore. The shots aren't falling, and the crowd is as quiet as a church mouse.
You gotta switch it up, guys. Switch it up.
Completely stripped from its previous holders and put.
Y'all niggas are still making a derivative of Young Jeezy music, nigga. Like, y'all still making derivatives of music from an era where we were leaning with it rock. Bro, trap has been around for has been the main thing in rap for so long. The fashion trends of when trap started, died, and then came back around, and it's still trap music. Niggas got big t-shirts, big jeans again, wearing babes. It's like, nigga, did I got me some bathing apes drop? Nigga, what the fuck?
Into the hands of people who were made to feel silenced, mocked.
There needs to be a switch up, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it needs to be a bit like the mute. That's why I'm saying, like, the Clips, the Kendricks, the Tyler the Creators, I'll even throw in some of the ones that not everybody might have listened to. The Freddie Gibbs, the Jids, those are the people that are making the merge that I want, like, innovative, it feels like. Everybody else just getting a trap 808, slathering their lyrics with auto-tune and crooning about some stripper that everybody's smashing in the industry. Like, that's what it is, right?
The culture is theirs to shape now.
Damn, Duplo, you chopped this.
Lashing out at Euphoria star Sydney Sweeney, calling her racist after she posted photos from her mom's 60th birthday party.
My jeans are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes.
White people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority. Since you are talking about this, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
Well, I can even tell by her hair, and you know, her movies have been bombing. Her movies were doing. Let's not act like Sydney Sweeney was just box office gold before this. But I ain't gonna lie to you. Whoever your PR is, Sydney, whoever told you this was a strategy, you're an idiot for listening, and they're an idiot for telling you it. She lobbed you, alley-ooped you. She T-balled you, put it on the T. And she just said white people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority. Yeah. Just, you know, and she almost said, I know you weren't, but just agree with me right now so we can save you. All you gotta do is agree. Just agree. She's like, you know what? There's good people on both sides. Get her out of here, nigga.
Tan?
Get her out of here.
I just got my color analysis back.
There is a cultural shift happening in the US. We're seeing a move away, even in these commercials that are so typically woke.
The zeitgeist showed it wasn't cool to be progressive or liberal.
When you're walking down the street late at night, guess what you're looking for? Black people. And you equate that with danger.
Another human I would just deport immediately.
We are just so unbelievably...
Deport. Notice how the xenophobia of these white racists has spread to everybody. That's another part that I just... And you all look weird. Y'all all got strong-ass jawlines. There's this thing about this... I damn near feel like sometimes I could look in your face and be like, you MAGA. And there's a difference between Republican and MAGA. Like, nah, there's a real MAGA jawline. I could tell. Where it looks like they only have sex missionary and anything else is offensive to them.
Fed up with the ghetto ratchet behavior, entitlement, the victimhood.
Platforms no longer care about political correctness.
Oh, yeah,
corporations no longer celebrate Pride Month.
Google, no change. IBM, no change. Microsoft, no change.
Or any month, for that matter. It's like they never cared about anything. Wow. Interesting.
Even Starbucks roached out on the gays?
Country is taken over as the most popular genre of music.
You have been the light of the day. You are such a gift. You brought such light.
Look around you. Everything is a byproduct of what came before it. The overbearing need for social responsibility and pure morals of years past has now been replaced by a culture ready to eat up whatever seems authentic, no matter how shitty at its core. When something feels too clean, people crave mess. When everything's ironic, sincerity starts to look rebellious. Every era gives us ideas and moments that change the world as we know it. Then we move on. The social justice movement didn't vanish, it dissolved. It was absorbed into the culture. The language changed, the expectations changed, and the boundaries moved. And once that happens, it stops feeling like a movement at all and just becomes the new normal. The past decade of hip-hop has been liberating. The genre doesn't take itself nearly as seriously anymore. The gender norms have been broken, and artists are free to bend their voices, their images, and their identities however they want. The demand for change has been met. The movement has served its purpose. Death is inevitable. Death is healthy.
He's right, but he's wrong about hip-hop here, though. He kind of contradicts himself, too, with the clip stuff. The hip-hop is not dead. This is an hip-hop, and it's weird that I feel like he made this whole documentary and he got to the end and he's kind of speaking like, well, hip-hop had to die. Because it's like, no, nigga, you in this documentary proved Hip hop didn't die. It was the mainstream hype beast. I'm only listening to this because I think it's the most popular thing, or I listen to this because I think girls will like me if I act like I'm listening to this. The soul of hip hop just got it was a resurgence. The hip hop is for hip hop fans again. It's not like, you're not gonna tell me with the stuff that's been dropping hip hop anywhere near dead. Look at the Grammy list. Nigga, the Clips and Kendrick are fighting for, what was it, album of the year? You gonna tell me that? Nah, come on, gang. Nah.
No sound, no movement, no era can or should stay mainstream forever. Now that the people have made their money and the vultures have moved on, it's time for a reset. It's time to go back underground.
Oh, damn. Okay, I spoke too soon. That was what you were saying. My bad. I assumed you're right. You know what happens when you assume? It makes an ass out of you and me.
Come up with something new. The Kendrick-Drake beef wasn't just a rap moment. It was a reminder. Culture changes when someone chooses to change it. Yeah. When people stand up and decide the old rules don't apply anymore. Every era ends the same way, with a spark, a fracture, a moment no one saw coming. And maybe, just maybe, we're closer to that moment than we think.
My guy, I got goosebumps. I'm going to tell you, I reacted to a lot of videos this year. I reacted to a lot of music, a lot of hip hop news. If this isn't the best video that I've reacted to this year, it's top 3. And the reason why it's probably easily the best is because it encapsulates the last 2 years. And if you think about it, the last 2 years I was a big part of, or it was a big part of my life. If you look at the whole Screwface brand movement in the last 2 years, it exploded. This battle. And I guess I haven't had the time to sit down and decompress and think, how did we get here? And I feel like as a nation, as a culture, as a nation, none of us have done that and sat down and really thought, how do we get here? I think we've just sped run into a burning building and we don't remember how we got here. And the reason why Dupley, you kind of goated with this one was the 7 stages of hip hop fan. Cool. This your magnum opus, nigga. Because though I knew this was gonna end with a sad and a bad story and make me feel like, ugh, this isn't a movie. This is the life that we live. This is like reality. The way you still spun it at the end and made it hopeful, because you could have just been a cynical Gen Zer. You could have just been cynical like the rest of us. I'm a millennial, nigga. We're king cynical. We could have been cynical about it all. But the way you ended is like, yeah, hip hop ain't dead. You said what I said. We were saying the same thing this whole video, except for the Arthur thing. That's your one demerit, was that Arthur thing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna forgive you for that, but we gonna let that slide. Every day when you're walking down the street, all the people that you meet have an original type of beat. This is great. I hope I've made this year. I hope I made all the years as enjoyable for y'all as y'all has made it for me. Y'all have changed my life. Every subscription does that. Every view does that. Every comment, every like. I ended this year with an hour-plus video. Shout out to my man Dupley. Hopefully in 2026, you drop a lot more. You know what I mean? And you got a lot more content coming. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody. I love y'all. New music, new videos, new whatever's coming next year. And yeah.